A few years ago, while I was praying about my marriage, God said to me, Jola, I promised your husband a superstar. If you don't become her, he won't recognize you. To be very honest, this really annoyed me because I just thought it would take me forever to become a superstar, and I wasn't ready to wait that long for a husband. So I decided to take matters into my own hands and find myself a husband. A few disastrous relationships after that, I realized the futility of my actions. So I went back to God. He still had the same thing to say to me. I promised your husband a superstar. If you don't become her, he won't recognize you. Again, I was still stubborn. This time, I decided to go the prayer and fasting route. And I cried and cried and begged. Oh, aren't you so grateful that God doesn't give in to emotional blackmail? I continued with my crying and begging and fasting until I saw it wasn't working. And then I finally decided to sit down and find out what God wanted from me. And wouldn't you know it, he wasn't asking me to become Beyonce before I could get married. He just wanted me to walk on the path of purpose firmly and unapologetically. He wanted me to do exactly what he has shown me that I was supposed to be doing. See, at this time, I was too busy hiding, too busy adjusting myself to other people's visions and ideals. I met a few men who told me that I was too much, too ambitious, too bold. And of course, because of that, because I was desperate, quote unquote, to please the men, I was adjusting myself to whatever they wanted me, to do and to be. I had become a chameleon. So God was basically saying, stand up and be who I called you to be. Stop trying to be who these men said you should be. Be who I say you should be. That's what I mean by becoming a superstar. It doesn't mean that I want you to be, on the biggest stages in the world before I think you're worthy of getting married. I'm saying become your real self so that you can attract your real husband. Be who you're supposed to be so that you can attract your ideal partner. And I was done wasting time. So God wanted me to write a book. I wrote a book. He wanted me to start a podcast. I started a podcast. He wanted me to start a YouTube channel. I started a YouTube channel. The whole world might not know my name yet, but all that matters is that I'm doing what God asked me to do. And just because of that, I'm a superstar in his eyes. So, is there anything that God has asked you to do that you're not doing? Is there something that you know deep down inside that you should have started doing a long time ago, but you've been procrastinating? You've been waiting for the perfect time. You're not ready yet. It's so much. You want to have the perfect equipment, the perfect location, the perfect everything. Trust me, just do it. You have everything you need. You might not have everything you want, but you have everything you need to start. Whatever you're meant to do, whatever God has asked you to do, he has given you the base level resources to just take the first couple of steps. I know that it can be overwhelming. I know that you are scared, but trust me, take one or two steps and you'll be surprised at how God will meet you halfway. If you keep ignoring what he says you should do, you'll only be blocking your own blessings and delaying yourself. God has nothing to lose. If he told you to do something, do it and do it now. If you know there's something that your intuition is telling you to do, stop ignoring, stop procrastinating. Use this time that you have, this free time that you have, and do what you're supposed to do. Stop blocking your own blessings. I've learned my lesson. I hope you've learned your own lesson as well. Whatever you're supposed to do, you know it. You don't need me to point it out to you what you're supposed to do. Deep in your heart, as I'm speaking now, your voice, the voice on the inside of you is screaming at you. You know exactly what you're supposed to do. So just do it.